Today I want to talk to you about one thing that you do not want to do that will absolutely tank and destroy your credit, not for a few months, but for years to come. Do not do this under any circumstances. So if you want to keep your credit score high, then take some notes and come on this journey with me. I'm going to tell you what happened. I was starting a new business funding company, and we had this really nice gentleman who was in his 50s. He was trying to start a new transportation business. He needed to get about $30,000 to get a new transportation truck for his transportation business. I start to run into some massive issues because what I see on his credit report is he has no available credit. That means he has no open credit cards. And so a lot of the times we misunderstand what Dave Ramsey is trying to teach us about debt. When he says cut up your credit cards, that's just so you can be disciplined and not be, putting balances on them for personal reasons. And hopefully you would only do that for business reasons with a business that had proof of concept. But basically he's saying cut them up. Don't use this bad debt to finance, your lifestyle and travel and all these things, right? That's what he's trying to teach you, but he's not telling you to close those credit cards. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are doing credit counseling and debt consolidation type stuff, and they will tell you to close your credit cards, and that is the worst thing that you can do. If you take anything away from this video, never ever close a major credit card. 30% of your credit score is made up of your available credit. And so if you have no available credit on credit cards, then 30% of your score is going to tank. And so what had happened was this gentleman had these credit card balances. He had about $35,000, $40,000 in balances. His available credit went down to zero. He had no available credit. And with no available credit, that meant that his credit score tanked by about 80 points. It also meant for the immediate foreseeable future, he would not qualify for any new unsecured funding. That means he would get declined on every credit card application, every unsecured term loan that he applied for any reason related to growing a business. He was going to get declined until he paid those balances down to zero. Now, let's say he had available credit limits, which I think he did, of $80,000 across those different credit cards. Well, his credit score would have been above 700. There would have been options. There would have been new 0% interest accounts he could have qualified for, and we could have helped him to fund his business so he could boost his income and maybe even move those debts over to new 0% interest accounts and been able to pay off that bad debt and grow a business. But because he got the horrible advice to close his credit cards, his credit score tanked and he was in this horrible situation. And really the only way that he was going to be able to get out of it was if he could somehow, get a credit partner, a friend or family member to go through funding to help his business get off the ground, boost the income from the business to then pay those off. I'm going to share one bonus second thing that you want to avoid that will absolutely destroy your credit for a decade. And that is when you're working with some of these debt consolidation companies. I'm not talking about getting a loan, an unsecured loan to pay off, a bunch of credit cards and consolidate it into one loan. That's good. That's going to be positive for your credit. That's a good thing. I'm talking about these different debt consolidation companies that tell you to strategically default, not pay your credit card payments, and then they'll get on the phone and negotiate that you pay 30 or 50 cents on the dollar or whatever. And you think, oh great, I'm saving all this money, but you're destroying your credit for the next decade. It's going to be damn near impossible to get a mortgage to buy a home, to get a car loan at a decent interest rate, and for sure you'll be getting no funding for your business. If you take anything away from this video, never close a major credit card. And if you are doing some sort of debt consolidation, it would actually be better that you would file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy if there's just no way you're going to get out of your financial hellhole. That's actually a better option than doing a debt consolidation where you default on credit cards. So there it is, my friends. Some good advice, things that I've learned over the last couple decades. Hopefully you can take those and make your financial life happen and success. And hopefully you're an entrepreneur, business owner, and you're growing it and you're providing products and services and jobs to change the world, improve things. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, share it with others, and we'll see you next time.